powerful shows, powerful conversations.
Check out itsmontez.com. We got it.
Check out itsmontez.com.
Make sure to check out itsmontez.com.
Check out itsmontez.com.
Hi, this is Darlene. You've got to stop and check out itsmontez.com on YouTube.
Be sure to check out itsmontez.com.
Be sure to check out itsmontez.com.
itsmontez.com. Make sure you check out the channel.
Yeah.
Hey everyone, check out itsmontez.com.
Yeah!
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Get this knowledge. Thanks so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Social media wise, we have our websites, we have Instagram, Snapchat. Where exactly do you do most of the promotion at? What's your favorite platform to sit on to promote your book? A lot of people, they'll send it on Facebook, they'll put it on Twitter, but for you, what is done the best for you? So like maybe someone else can maybe lean on some of your advice to where they might be able to distribute their book a little bit better or put it in front of people. What are some tactics that you do to put it in front of the eyes of the people using social media?
And see, this is what I've learned. You know how we were on Facebook, and when Facebook first came about, it was like all of your friends and different people that you knew all the time, throughout your life, like they're your friends. So what I have to do, everybody that's your friend, everybody that's on your friend list, if you have personal page, they're not actually your audience. So, they're just there to maybe connect with you. So I've learned that I had to, for the Facebook, I still promote stuff on my Facebook, but I do it on my Facebook fan page. Like you can get you a fan page if you're an author, if you're a musician, you can get you a page that curtails to what you do. And so your fans are people that will like what you do. Like they will like books or they will like music. Because like I said, on your personal page, you have to learn. You can have 5,000 people on your personal page. You may have, because I know I've seen it, I might only get 2 likes on a book that I put on there because everybody that's on your friends list is not actually a fan. They're just, they're a friend, but they're not a fan of your work and what you do. So if you're on, Facebook and you don't see the likes, don't get discouraged. Just create you a fan page for whatever you do. And then, if you're an author, if you're a writer, if you're a poet, if you're, a musician, find people will gravitate to you who like what you do, and they will be fans of your, of your things. Now, Instagram for me, I like it because the hashtags, you come up with your own hashtags, and then everything that you do, it will be under your hashtag, and then you get the most popular hashtags and you put them under your stuff, like authors. I think like some of my poet friends, we do like poets of Instagram or writers on IG, or so different things like that will help you to get out into the market. So other people who click on those hashtags will see your stuff in the feed too. And it's like thousands and 100,000. So just being on there and making sure that you put those hashtags and you use those hashtags will help out. Now, Facebook Live and also on Google and different things like that, you have these platforms where you can come on and talk to people. So if those are things that you like to do, want to do a little chat about your book or chat about your music, things like that, you can do that, and you can, start to get an audience. The more that you do it, the more that you'll have like an audience and a growing.
And it's so true. A lot of people, they get discouraged because like maybe they'll do like an upload on YouTube and they don't get views right away, and so they're like, oh, I'm tired of doing this. And me and from Now You See TV, we were talking about how you've got to kind of like go through keyword research, title your stuff,
Yeah, you have to do that. I know I did that too. Like when I said back when I researched, even for stuff on like Amazon, you have to look and see like what's the most popular words, like the keywords and the Google words and AdWords, and you do all that because that's how your stuff will show up in front of people. And I learned a long time ago too, also on Google, if you're on Google, the more stuff that you add on your Google Plus account, when people, you know how people say the saying Google me? Like when you type in your name, all of the things that you do, you put on your feed over time, it'll be out there in internet land. And so if anytime that they do, they do go Google your name, they'll see everything, about your name and everything that you put on your feed constantly. So it's a plus when you continue to put things out. I'm so thankful, just like you said, how you found me. You saw some things that I did. Another guy said he saw some things, like he saw a video that I had done somewhere else, because you have to stay constant. Like, you have to stay persistent, and you want to be a writer. And I can say, getting into writing, if you're getting into writing, think you're going to get that $1 million deal, it's coming. But you have to be persistent. You have to be consistent. So every day, I'm making sure that I plug something somewhere. So just like you saw me on the video, you were passing and you said, okay, I saw her. Somebody else will see you. So you may not get 1 million people at one time, but you'll slowly get followers and people to notice you each day, as long as you're consistent.
What was the first thing you noticed when people started noticing you? Where did you start seeing the biggest change? Was it on side of the Facebook, or was it the Instagram? Where was the first big I see how to make this work now? Where did that come from?
It was on Instagram. It really actually was on Instagram, because the more I start putting it out there, you know what? Let's see. Was it Instagram? No, I want to go back. It was Twitter. It was Twitter, because
wow,
I think
really Twitter. I hear a whole lot. Twitter is not really so much the best. Please explain.
Okay, everybody has something that they're made to do, in my opinion, and I believe God puts that in every person. He's made you specifically for a task, and I believe a lot of that has to do with the passion, the things that we enjoy doing, and obviously, I'm not talking about going out and doing evil things like some people enjoy, all kinds of horrible stuff. I'm talking about the thing that you're good at. Everybody's naturally good at something, okay?
Did you enjoy this information? If so, please share it. And be sure to tune in every single Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. John Pounders from Now You See TV and Montez McCamish from itsmontez.com will be discussing powerful topics. Get this knowledge. Thanks so much for tuning in.
Doors they slowly open wide. Everyone makes their way inside. Seeing you walk across the room, making my heart go to the moon. You're in red and she's in white. It's going to be a painful night. I'm with her and you're with me. Only one can really win.
Alright, so here at the State Theater, built in 1942, was open solely for movies. It was open from 42 to 1982 when it closed. The last movie that was played was E.T.
Baby, my sweet young lady, come on, save me from going home alone. Outside on the mountain top, we dance until our feet won't stop. Forward, back, and then real slow, grinding down, all the way down low.
When it was remodeled in 2009, it looks like this, which is almost the original way that the theater looked when it was first built. So you kind of have that semi-retro but new age look. A lot more seating, better acoustics, new PA system. The ability of this theater is to hold 650 people. Concerts, theater, comedy, and we still play movies. We still play classic movies, semi-recent movies from maybe years past. But it's still got the old feel to it, which is really what attracts people. When I market this theater, it's because it looks the way it does. People walk in here and they see it and they know why they came, because it's like it was in 1940 and 50 and 60. So it's still the old historic state theater. My contact information and the theater's contact information is on historicstatetheater.org, or you can find that link on our Facebook.
It's real constructive criticism. If it's coming from people that know you and don't know you, but telling you the truth. I don't take constructive criticism from artists anymore. I take constructive criticism from the listeners, because the listeners are the ones going to tell you what you need to do. I'm not going out there to put my shit into no artist's ear for them to tell me, hey, nah, man, I don't like that. Because I don't need to listen to an artist. I need to listen to the people that's going to buy it.
You know, that's so powerful. I just did an interview with Angel Sessions, and she said, my listeners are my record label. I was like, oh, I can dig it. I can totally dig it. What about you, Beezy? How do you take that constructive criticism? How can you help someone else be able to take it?
Just to kind of chime in on what my brother just said, man. You do have to definitely learn how to recognize when it is constructive criticism and whether it's just criticism, because you're gonna get criticized no matter what you do. But you have to learn to differentiate between constructive criticism, and the way that you do that, man, is basically like he's saying, man. You got to take things to the listeners, dude. It's straight up the listeners, man. You have to realize that we live in and we also any person that's trying to be an artist, man, you're living in a saturated industry that is dying. It's dying. You're living in a saturated so people are always going to tell you stuff like, oh, you don't go hard on next, and they're going to try to help out the people that they want to see on and that they want to get on in their own people, man. So you have to learn, like I'm with my brother, man. Take it to the fans. Let them people listening to it, and if they don't like it, man, then we come back harder. We like to ask them, man, what y'all like to hear, man. You have to keep your ear glued down, and you got to stay current with the times to learn what these people want to hear. I'm not saying take away from what you artist. You have to find out how to do the new with yourself without losing yourself. At the same time, you gotta create new things, man, and basically. You gotta learn how to listen to, man. At the end of the day, I used to be very stubborn, so to speak. Couldn't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing about it because I know everything, and I know everything. Early on, I got screwed in a lot of deals as a young guy. At 16 years old, I got screwed in a lot of deals. This is very true. I got signed to a contract when I was 16, man. We sold 50,000 records. We got paid in a lot of clothes and all kinds of crazy stuff, man, because contracts, we didn't pay attention to nothing, man. And if we would have paid attention to those people that are like our older brothers and stuff like that, man, people that really gave you real constructive criticism, like, hey, you sound good, but if you did a little bit more of this instead of a little bit more of that, then you could bring yourself out because you have more. If we would have listened to those kind of things, and actually, it was an older brother of mine, got his near and dear to my heart, a DJ named DJ Johnny T, man. He was the guy that would always tell me, hey, man, you need to learn the business. You need to learn the business. And I was so stubborn that I didn't care nothing about the business. The only thing I could see was making it. And making it to me was being on TV, having a car, having money, having hoes, all this different stuff. That's the only thing I cared about, like, man. And I never learned the business. And that's how I got screwed over a lot of things. So not to ramble, man, but basically, man, you gotta learn how to pay attention to the people that really give you the real. You can't go to that next artist that's in that saturated industry, him, that he don't care about you. He don't want nothing to do with you. He don't care nothing about what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? So if you coming to him with really genuinely saying, hey, man, how you feel about this, man? Hey, man, this, he gonna tell you. And especially if it go harder than his, man, he gonna tell you, oh, nah, man, I don't like that. That's weak. So, man, fuck what another artist got to say. Because at the end of the day, not to be cocky or nothing like that, dog. But when it comes down to artistry, dog, we do this. We literally do this. We not no jokers. We not no mess around people. We some serious dudes. We done been around the block 4 or 5 times. I mean, it's strictly cutthroat. We do mess with other artists. We not stuck up dudes, man. We love other artists. We show love majorly. But when it comes down to business, man, we handle business. You know what I mean? And that's just my advice to younger guys. Stay focused, real constructive criticism, learn how to differentiate what it is.